We're driving to Best Buy to go get the Samsung S26 for a teardown video. So we're at Best Buy and we're gonna go get the S26 and do a teardown video of it. Most people protect their phone right when they buy it, but I'm gonna tear it down right away. Right here.
Okay, mall policy says you can't.
Okay, I can't or can?
Can't.
So we got the Samsung S26 at Best Buy, and I just love it how they just slap the sticker on the main part of where I want to record the video. So I'm actually kind of upset that they do that. Why not put it on the back or somewhere else? Best Buy, if you're watching my channel, make sure you don't slap on the sticker on the front of the thing. But we're gonna go unbox it and take it apart right away. What's up, everybody? We're not wasting any time today. Yep, the brand new Samsung Galaxy S26, and we're already tearing into it. Most people unbox their phone. I unbuild mine. Before we begin, a quick shout out to today's sponsor. This is this video's sponsor, Orico. They sent me this docking station that has a USB stick in it, and I record video on the Samsung S26, and I'm able to store the videos directly onto the flash drive, so no having to back it up later, and just unplug it and plug it into my computer when I'm done with my video. This thing does work with iPhone, but the downside is it doesn't record the video directly onto the flash drive. But with the Samsung, you're able to change the settings to allow yourself to save files onto the flash drive. This thing also has SD card slots and a spot for an M.2 NVMe if you take it apart, which is super cool and super awesome for future filmmaking opportunities. I already opened and boxed it off camera because honestly, nobody needs to watch me fight with cardboard for 5 minutes. First impression, clean design, feels premium, but the real question is it a worth it repair? Today we debut the brand new Worth It score system. If the phone scores 10 out of 10, it's officially worth it. Now let's begin surgery. First, grab a heating source. I'm using a heating pad, but you can use controlled heat. Warm the back of the phone for around 10 minutes to soften the adhesive. Once heated, I grab a suction cup and some isopropyl alcohol and a thin guitar pick. Patience is key here. Get your suction cup right up to the edge. Make sure it's cleaned off, that it will suction to the back of the phone. And you want to suction it right up against the edge. I first start out in the middle and then slowly work my suction cup over to the edge and lift up as hard as possible and grab out some alcohol and put some on the edge so it helps loosen the adhesive. So then I can get a plastic guitar pick underneath. Take your time at this part because if you don't, you'll break the back glass and you'll have to replace that part too if it shatters. But sometimes it just has a little crack in it and you can put it back on. Anyways, we will just get off the back and pull it off as gently as possible. And I use a heating source, and you could always use a hair dryer. Boom, got the back off. Now it's time to grab out our Ph000 screwdriver because all the screws are the same size. Apple, take notes. Having all the screws the same size, it is amazing. I have instant respect for Samsung because of this. This is a great feature for anyone that just wants to start getting in repairs and doesn't know where to start. All you need is a Ph000 screwdriver. And if you want to get into doing more repairs and learning how to repair stuff yourself, subscribe to my channel. Check out my description below. I have all the links to a bunch of tools that I use for these repairs. And we're not doing a repair today, but an example how to do a screen repair on a Samsung S26. You'll have to replace the frame assembly, and we'll talk about the part more towards the end of the video. So stay tuned. Disconnect the wireless charging pad, and then we can lift out the loudspeaker with it at the same time. Disconnect the battery right away. That's always the first thing you want to do during any repair. Now you can start disconnecting everything with your flat end of your plastic spudger. Now for the one that has the fruit-shaped logo. Why the heck do you not disconnect the battery in some of the newer iPhones? That just seems unsafe. Luckily, Samsung's got it right with the right to repair. For this repair score right now, at this moment, I'm giving it an 8 out of 10. We'll grab out that plastic spudger and disconnect all the connections with the flat end so we hopefully don't break anything along the way, because we want to put this phone back together and use it afterwards. If you're using this guide to help you tear down the S26 to do a screen replacement or any other repair, smash that like button! Once you have all the connections disconnected, you can take out the main board, and there's this big wide open spot. You can lift it up with your plastic spudger and then grab it with your hand and gently pull out the main board. Be very careful with this part. It's the part that stores all the data on it. Now we want to take out the charge port, so we got to make sure we remove the SIM card tray from it. Don't forget that step. And then after that, you'll grab a Ph000 screwdriver and remove the 2 screws from the bottom, and keep track of these because these ones are different sizes than the screws that you use to take apart all the brackets holding down the loudspeaker and everything else. Now we can grab the pointy end of our plastic spudger and push right here, and then we'll lift with our fingers and pull out the charge port. Now grab some alcohol, and not the alcohol you can drink, it's alcohol you use on electronics, and get out the Taptic engine because you'll need that out when you do a screen replacement. This part hardly ever comes pre-installed. If it does, then you just got lucky and you don't have to bend up some bended tweezers to get it out. Now we'll clean up the desk a little bit so then we can take out the battery, because we might knock over a screw tray like I did during the A17 Teardown screen replacement guide video. Check it out on my channel. Anyways, hopefully that doesn't happen here because I don't want to lose any screws when I put it back together. You'll want to pull these pull tabs and lift them all up, and then just give them a little pull, and then use some nerd rage strength and get it out. Here we go! And we got it out. Woohoo! These pull tab things are really nice and definitely makes a repair worth it. For this worth it repair score now, I'm giving it 10 out of 10. This thing is definitely repairable and worth it repair, by the way, because it has a 50 megapixel camera, and that's better than my iPhone 16 Pro, which is amazing for just the standard series of phone. So this phone beats Apple by far. I can't wait to try it out. But now we got to take out the front camera. And to take out the front camera, they're glued in, and you'll want to work your way around the edges and try not to break it. You could break the camera taking it out. It is really difficult to get the glue off and pulling out the camera without damaging anything. But luckily, I didn't break anything. After I tested it, it's all working, and I'm going to be able to use the phone. And once I get this part out, then I'm going to have to put it back together. And I'll talk to you where I get my parts just right up here ahead in the video. For how much prying you have to do to get the camera out, it's uncomfortable. And I'm giving this less of a worth it repair score now. I give it a 9 out of 10. So we'll get into that at the end of the video, what I think is worth it or not. So where I buy my parts if I was going to do a screen replacement for this phone is from mobilecentrics.com. You can always check them out online. I'm no affiliate with MobileCentrics, so please leave me a super thanks. It's a contribution to my channel that helps me make videos like these. Sometimes people have PayPal'd me. That works just fine. Just email me, mark@worthitRepairs.com, and tell me you fixed your phone. Now it's time to put the phone back together and make this thing a Samsung S26 again, in an actual working phone. And I'm gonna plan on using this phone for other videos that I make in the future. But this is the part of the repair that I speed up the video, and you guys got it apart, so I believe you can put it back together. If you made it this far, it's definitely worth it. And for the worth it repair score, it's a 9 out of 10. And I think this phone is definitely worth repairing. And it's nice because Samsung keeps it the same, and it's not so different. Like every single iPhone I work on is like a different beast. But this thing is the same old thing. So It's like I repaired the same phone from last year this year, which is kind of silly, and it makes me think, I wonder if the parts are compatible. And in my previous video I've done is I took the Samsung S25 and put in the S24 screen, and it ended up working. So I wonder if they're reusing the screens in some way. I don't know for sure, but we can maybe find out in another video. Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more awesome tech ventures.